Aquarius Divine Feminines, welcome back. We're here to do your love update connected to your twin flame journey. I have pulled the cards ahead of time, but I will pull clarifiers if need be. Those of you who are returning, hello again, and those of you who are new, a very warm welcome. Now, those of you who don't know, we do live sessions on this channel connected to astrology, twin flame path, answer questions, blocks, etc. So if you wish to join, come along. And if you're wanting a booking, the link is below. Okay, in the future, these videos will be on the new channel. The link is below, but the live sessions will continue for the collective update of my download psychically, speaking of what I'm feeling. Now, where's your energy at? Feminines, in the past, you were really focused on your finances, wanting an abundant future. Could be with your twin, or just in general in your life. You know, you maybe were pulled in a way of having to do the internal work, having to really gauge what your worth was, net worth I'm hearing, but also just really having to work on internal and external related dynamics. Currently, how you feel about your twin. You might feel that they're trying to get power back in their life and that they're trying to get the balance back in their life. Moving forward, you're hoping that they can free themselves from a karmic dynamic, which could be in relation to money, finances, their emotions. How others are directly influencing you. You feel that spiritually between you and your twin, that, you know, you've got a lot of support around you. So it's like you've got your tribe and people that directly understand about karmic cycles, karmic endings, the spiritual awakening. So for you personally, you have that, but you might be looking at your twin and thinking, gee, you know, do they have that support? In their life, the way you see things for them is that they're pretty much doing this alone and they're having to overcome temptation. Some of them may have habits. Some of them may have like the death of ego coming through, moving through the dark night of the soul, and really having to avenge their inner demons. Where your life is moving. You might be picking up a bit of the frequency of your twin, maybe fretful of connections due to past tense frequencies, maybe even meditating upon in the movement forward. Will your twin flames still be in that frequency, and, you know, are they going to be able to move out of that frequency? Towards them with their transformation, and they're moving away from temptation if they're able to, the influences that are around them, are they trying to move against that? It could cause conflict. And so you're sort of aware of the whole dynamic as a whole. So what you're seeing and sensing, you're getting downloads connected to that. Again, could be a job, could be a karmic, could be a workplace, children, etc. You're aware of the tie-up of the situation. If this is to happen, what needs to come about? Okay. How you feel about them. You're really undecided. You don't quite know if it's safe to be loved. What you do want to see is balance in the connection. What your intentions are is to just really, okay, your intentions are to be in a better frequency come Christmas. Also, you know, by New Year, to have an aspect where you can celebrate, and you're hoping you can share that with your twin. But in the meantime, you're going to try and keep your frequency up where you can be upbeat and celebrate and be in that happy frequency. Possible outcome. You're concerned about external influences connected to your twin. You're concerned about consequences in reconciling, having the reunion, and how that's going to look for the both of you. How you feel about the past. It really woke you up, you know, it made you do a 360. You may have had to have made a judgment with this connection, or you're casting judgments about the past and reassessing the whole thing as a whole. What you wish to see change within the connection is moving it to the next level in a healthy manner. What actions you're taking are dealing with your stress. You know, through this karmic cycle, you're trying to do the best you can during this purging cycle to cope with the frequency. Your intentions directly connected to contact or your thoughts. you're focused on your finances, right? And they may be fretful that that's the frequency you're going to be at. So they may have had to have changed some things in order to communicate with you in a correct fashion. It might have been if you were giving too much at a heart-related matter, you're concerned that it's going to be one-sided. So again, if you want me to tune further into it, book a reading and I can have a look and see if that dynamic directly has changed. For you at a financial level, there's room for movement. So, you know, you're going to start getting back on track where things are flowing efficiently. You're making changes. You're making room for the new, both in your heart and in your finances. In love, you're realizing there needs to be a balance. And the balance can be at the give and take. It can be your work schedule, give and take. It could be directly in the past that this was what their frequency was. So again, you know, energies can jump back and forward. So knowing that certain dynamics have to change in order for there to be a balance in the connection. Moving forward, the potential is communication. And it may be conversations have to happen in relation to this. You're being very practical the way you're looking at it. Financially speaking, what's happening in their life? They might be doing a lot of work in relation to this, you know, really putting their head down and trying to finalise situations, keeping the cards close to their chest connected to finance. In love, they feel they've experienced misfortune. But the path forward of what they're wanting is reconciliation, you know, moving it to the next level. So this is their intent at this stage. At the moment, they feel they're in a mental prison. They are meditating upon how to move through this frequency of overcoming the temptation. Because they're not passionate about it any longer. Whatever that is, it could be an addiction, it could be a workplace, and they know that they need to have consistency if they're to come back and communicate. Okay, communication. What are their feelings connected to communication? They're working out how to do that. It might be vehicles, it might be proximity, it could be the medium in which they're choosing to actually communicate with you. It may be via telephone or text initially to neutralise it, engage it, or they're communicating with other people around you. They also know they need to come to you in a very mature manner. And these are their opinions. You know, but they need to get their mind correct to a point that they can balance the situation out where it is not coming from a place of fear or anger. But they do have things to communicate to you in relation to some things that have transpired in their life, and there's much that they haven't told you that they wish to communicate. Okay. Yeah, it's losses that they've experienced either at a financial level or at an emotional level, can even be people, that they haven't told you about. Okay, love and light. See you during the month.